Okay, this is our tutorial on the Hello Kitty, and I told you to go up to the 20th row, which I've already done. Mine just came a little bit loose, and let me fix that real quick. Now I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch and fasten this off. I'm going to thread my thread through my yarn, so I'll be hidden. Okay, I'm going to snip the rest of it off. Okay. So here is our beanie. Now I'm going to show you how to do the ear flaps. You're going to lay it as straight as possible from the center point and lay it as flat as you can. Then you're going to fold it in half and make sure it's in half. Okay, so this is the end and this is the point where the head is at, the crown, and this is the end where the scalp should be at, the opening part of the beanie. Okay, so these are the two ends, and I just fold the beanie pretty much in half. You're going to take these two and get your markers, and you're going to put one here at the end of each point to show the center of your beanie on the bottom. So when you open it, you got the center. So those are where the ear flaps will be at. What you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn, make a slip knot, a crochet needle, and then you're going to go back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to put your attach your yarn. Okay. Now we're going to work all the way up these chains here, and we're going to count all the way up to 10. So we don't need this marker anymore. Move the marker, and we're going to go up to 10. So chain up 1. That's going to be our first one. Then 1, 2, that's 3 actually, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to turn it around. Now we're going to go up again 10. And we're going to do this to the 4th row from this part right here. So where this is our first row, and this is going to be our second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go through both loops if I can get it in there. Kind of really tight. There we go. Flip it over again and start from the other side and go up 10 again. This will be our 3rd row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is just single stitch all the way along. Flip it over. Now this is our last fourth row, not our last row, but fourth row. Again, go up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this one's going to be a decrease, and what we're going to do here is we're going to chain up 1 pretty much, and then the second one we're going to slip it through, then go into the next stitch, wrap our yarn around, slip through, then wrap our yarn around and go through all 3 loops. That was our decrease. We're going to do a decrease here and at the other end from the second stitch from the hook. So we'll be going to the third one and doing our decrease. So we're going to do a single stitch all the way to we get to the third one. So 1, 2, 3 till we get to here. Then we're going to do a decrease again. So single stitch till we get there. And now I'm here, so we bring our yarn through, pull through, go through the next one, wrap your yarn around, pull through, and then we're going to wrap our yarn around and go through all 3. And then we're going to do our last stitch. Flip our around, do another decrease the same way. So we're going to chain up 1 in the first one. Then the second one we're going to go through, then we're going to go through the next, wrap our yarn around, go through. We're going to have 3 on our hook. We're going to go through all 3, and then single stitch till we get to the third one from here, so it's that one. So we only have to do 2, 1, 2. Now we're at the next one, we're going to do another decrease. Pull through all 3. And then a single stitch. Then we're going to flip our yarn around again. And one more time. Single stitch. Go through 1, go through the next, pull through. Then again, go through 1, go through the other one, and pull through all of them. And then a single stitch. Now we're just going to do a single stitch through these all 4 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and the last one should be 4. Okay, we're going to cut this off and do our little slip stitch on our last chain. And what I did was I did the last one as single stitch, and now I'm cutting the yarn off and then pulling the yarn through because I still want a single stitch. Do not slip stitch from there. So this will be threaded through when we put our brim around. So there's one ear flap, and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to flip it over, count back 5. So let's do that right now. New center point from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is here. And get my string again. Pull this out. Attach my yarn. Then fasten it, chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, do the other side to the other one, 10 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 10. Turn it over. Start third row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And turn our yarn around over. And we're going to go to the fourth row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, that's our third row. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do our decrease. And 1, go in the next, in, and pull through all 3. And single stitch till we get to the third stitch from the end. 1 more. Then do our decrease. And then a single stitch. Turn it over. There's single stitch. Or chain up 1, whatever you prefer. Do our decrease. Single stitch. Single stitch. Then I'm going to do the decrease. Single stitch. And turn it over. Do it again to the other side. Single stitch. Decrease. Decrease. And then a single stitch. Then I'm going to do a single stitch all the way around, which straight across, so it should be 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to fasten off here, pull my yarn through, and we have our ear flaps. As you can see, the ear flaps are on. Okay, what I'd like to do here now is go with the second color yarn and go around the rim of the beanie. I'm going with this beautiful candy print color. It's a different color of different kinds of red, pink, and like a dark purple kind of color. Great for Valentine's Day, which I'll be working on Valentine colors. So this is going to be a lovely Hello Kitty for Valentine's Day. Yay! So we're going to do our slip knot, pull our yarn through, and we're going to attach this to the back of the beanie, whichever one side you want to do. And I just attach it to the part right here, anywhere on the beanie. Not the ear flaps, but on the beanie right here. You could attach it anywhere. And we're just going to single stitch all the way around. So chain up 1. And we're just going to single stitch all the way across till we get to our ear flap. Okay. So single stitch. Like I said, this is a very, very easy project. And the noise you're hearing is my ice maker from my fridge. been getting a lot of comments about, what's that noise? What's that noise? So now I gotta tell everybody, what's the noise? I got my TV going in the back, and now my ice maker wanted to throw out some ice. Okay. Getting to that point now. One more stitch. And now we're here at the ear flaps. Oh, wait, one more stitch. Okay. So here we are on the ear flaps. I have my string lined up right here. I'm just going to go and thread this all the way through when I'm going up. And when I'm going up, I'm going to go into this stitch right here, which is almost underneath the beanie. So I want to grab in there. There we go, the last loop, which is the last stitch, and pull through. And we're just going to do single stitches. And if you could see here, there's these holes. Okay, see them? I like to go through those holes. So I'm going to be going through this hole, then this one, which is kind of tight, then this one, then the other one, this one, and then the last one, all the way to the end. So I hope you could see those. I'm going to try to do this as much as possible because they're hard to see. So I'm going into the first one, and then this one's kind of not hard. It's very hard to see. So you puncture your hook through it, and you pull through. And then this one you can actually see. It's like a big hole. I'll put my yarns. And then the one that's kind of visible goes to that one. Then we're going to go in the big hole. And then we'll go through the little one, which should be right here. Yep. It's before the bigger one. You get a little one, then a big one, then a little one, then a big one. And then we go to the big one. Okay. Now we should be right here where we have our 4 stitches. We're just going to go in each one of those stitches. We went to the side here, so what I want you to do is jump over, which is going to be in that same loop that we did our first stitch, but we're going to do it from the top. And it's going to allow this to curve down. You don't want to chain up. You don't want this to be a square. You want it to, like, you know, curve over. So that will allow that to do that once you go into the next chain. So here we are. Next stitch, next stitch, and as you can see, it did a little curve, not a square. Kind of looks like a square, but it actually curved over. And you don't have to worry about that big white part showing, because in these loops right here, we're going to add the tassels. So we're going to do the same thing to this side. We're going to go into the corner right here in the same stitch. I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to go into the big one, into the holes that are seen. And here's the little one that's kind of hard to see. Then go into the next. And I like to just keep my little straggler down so I can crochet right over it. Kind of hard to see. I think I'll turn on the lights in a minute for the next video. Okay, the last one. I'm going to cut that out. So now my straggler is not seen anymore. Then you're going to go straight across all these. Till you get to the next ear flap, and you will do the same thing. Single stitch all the way down. Okay, we're getting to our other ear flap. I'm going to the last stitch here. And I'm going to adjust my beanie here so I can get a better view. Okay. And like I said, we're going to go into these loops. They're on the side. They're visual. These loops are right here. See these? We're going to be going through those. So what I like to do is I go through the big one, and then this little one that's kind of hard to see, I go through that one, then I go into the next, then the little one, the next, the little one, the next. So we start with the big one, and then the little one, then the big one, then the little one, then the big one, then this little one which is right there, the big one, and then we'll go to the first stitch. And the second stitch. Look at it already getting tangled up over here. There we go. And then we're going into the third. And the fourth. And that part that we fastened off, like I said, I like to lay it down on top and just crochet right over it. So I'm going to go through this one again. Then the little one. Then the big one. My yarn is tingling up on me. Okay, so the little one, then the big one. Then this little one. Then the big one. Then the little one. There it is. Kind of hard to see. I just like sticking my hook right through it to get the visual of it. And then the last one, pretty much. And we're going to go back to the beanie. And I'm going to cut off these strings already. They'll be too long. Then go on my first stitch. I'm going to try to get that in there. Then the next one. And then I slip stitch in this one. There. So, fasten it off. Then I put this right inside the loop and pull it out, and then pull down on it. And then what I like to do is I take these two and tie them together. And I like to tie them 3 times to make sure it's secured. I don't want this opening up. So there it is. And I'm just going to cut this off. And cut the rest of my little stragglers. They're hanging out a little bit. I think there was one right here. And there's your beanie with the rim. Now I'm going to Now I have a video on how to do the ears. So you guys can just link to that one and go to how to make the kitty ears and make your kitty ears. And once you have your kitty ears on, you can come to the next video of this tutorial, and I'll show you how to do the eyes, the nose, and the whiskers, and how to put the tassels on.